And the Heat kept their playoff hopes alive by topping the Wizards tonight. And Erik Spoelstra had this to say about the Heat's final stretch. Take a listen.
What do you want as a pro athlete? Do you want a life more ordinary? You know, really, like you want to play. These guys in the locker room right now feel alive. You can't pay enough money to feel like that, regardless of what the results are. And even last night, you know, guys were despondent walking out of there. But by the time we got on the plane, guys were already starting to get stubborn about it. But above everything, they feel alive, and that's beautiful.
Doyle, the Heat started 11-30. They've gone 28-11 since. Is it legit or not to say that Spoelstra should be the coach of the year?
I'm going to say nah, but man, you can make a really strong case. I think if for him to win this award, they're going to have to get into the playoffs. And right now, they have 2 games at home. The Bulls have 2 games at home. If they play the Wizards and the Cavaliers, the Bulls play the Magic and the Nets. So they're going to need some help there. They're going to have to win one more game because the Bulls own the tiebreaker. I'm going to say nah. I think Jason Kidd deserves the award. For all the adversity that the Bucks have been through this year, Jabari Parker getting injured, Chris Middleton not being there at the start of the year, and then to go through the ups and downs. What Spoelstra's done has been great because this was a wave the white flag year. James Johnson, where did he come from? Dion Waiters is going to be your go-to guy, but he had all these guys buy in. I think he's going to be in the strong conversation for it, but I think Jason's going to end up winning the award. I see the Heat using that word stubborn. Is that a word that maybe I feel like that's a word that fits you pretty well?
Oh, so you're calling me stubborn right now, here, live on air?
I think you're pretty stubborn.
Headstrong.
Do you agree with that?
That's one way to say it. Headstrong. I do have a question for you though
No,
about
I
Erik
have a quick.
Spoelstra.
Do you think you're
We're
stubborn?
going to talk about Erik Spoelstra right now. Ha ha! That answers your question, huh? Spoelstra used to catch a lot of flack for coaching LeBron. He saw a lot of success when LeBron was on the team. But do you think now that LeBron's gone and he's seeing success now that's validated him as a great coach?
Correct. Yep. I think that, a lot of people thought that he was the doorman at the Four Seasons for that Heat team, but he obviously knows what he's doing, and they've played with an edge. Why this win was so important, and he mentioned it in the soundbite there, they lost a heartbreaker up in Toronto. And on the second half of a back-to-back, to go to Washington, who's one of the top teams in the Eastern Conference, and to knock them off, and to go through adversity in this game, it's not like they just went out there and played out of their minds. They played okay, but they made tough plays down the stretch. They showed a lot of grit in this game. I'm inspired by the way that they've played because I didn't think that they were going to make the playoffs because of their schedule, but now...
Well, and how they started the season.
Right, 2 games left, 2 games for the Bulls. Who do I trust more between the 2 teams? Wow,
I say the Heat right now.
Yeah, if the Heat were playing the Bulls schedule, you would like that, but who knows? It's been a wild, wild race for those last couple spots in the East.
Call it right now. Heat or Bulls?
I have a dog in this fight, so I'll say Heat.